Hi everybody, today is Monday, April 27th, 2020, and I'm titling this lesson, Whoa, this is weird. You guys, we're going to start a new little thing with writing where we are going to start writing in a journal, or some people might call it a diary. Have you ever heard of those before? Yeah. So what I want to tell you is you guys right now are primary sources to history that is being made. Yeah, like in 30 years, people are going to look back on the year 2020 and they're going to need to know what were people thinking? What were people feeling? And so we're going to start writing down all the things that are happening in our world to tell people what is going on right now. So you, not your mom, not your dad, not your brother, not your sister, but you are a witness to how the world is experiencing important events right now. And that important event mostly that I'm talking about is this crazy thing called a pandemic, where it means the whole world is getting a sickness and the doctors are trying really hard to cure that sickness and get a vaccine against that sickness. You guys are all safe. You're staying at home. That's why we're not having school. Now is your chance to write all about it. Now, I want to ask you a question. Do you remember when we were at school and we were doing that Wednesday switcheroo? You remember that? And in my group, we did a bunch of, we did 3 different plays. And one of those plays was called The Time Capsule. Do you remember it? Yeah, I think the stars in that play were, let me see if I can remember everybody. I think it was Harper and Van and Nevaeh and Sam and Camila. I think that was the 5 people that were in that group. And do you remember what they did in that time capsule play? Yeah, they created an actual box of stuff that told the future about the world around them. And that's what we're going to do in our writing. For the next couple of weeks, all we're going to write is stuff in our journals. And we're going to write about the world around us and what's going on. I wanted to show you, just to start out, a few different kinds of journals. And one is actually in this book. I know some of you guys have been following along with the book Junie B. Jones, First Grader, Toothless Wonder. And in that book, Junie B. writes in her journal. She does her very best, and she goes back and looks up words that she doesn't know. But she writes all about the world around her. Like on this journal, she says, "Dear first grade journal, today we're having a speaker in room 1. She's going to tell us all about recycling." So what Junie B. is doing is she's telling about what is happening in her world. That's what you guys are going to do. You're going to talk all about just what's happening in your world. Now, I wanted to show you some other journals. These are actually my journals. I don't know if you know this, but I journal a lot. And sometimes what I do is I just draw pictures. Sometimes it's okay to just draw pictures. Did you know that? Yeah, so sometimes I do that. Sometimes I actually draw pictures and write, or like this day I wrote some poetry. I know a few of you guys out there are playing around with poetry and rhyming words. You can write poems about what's going on in the world around you. Yeah, this poem I wrote is about a caterpillar. Sometimes I just mainly like write words in my journal. Sometimes I write words and I draw pictures in my journal. And this journal right here I actually wrote today. It says Monday, April 27th. 2020. You'll notice that I always start with the date. And Junie B. Jones, when she writes her date, she just writes the day of the week. That's not actually great, because if people are reading this journal like in 5 years and you just say Monday, are they going to know when you wrote this? No way. So I want you to write your whole date on there. So I wrote my date here, Monday, and then what did I put? Comma. And then I put April because that's the month that we're in. I put the day, 27, and then I separated the day from the year with a comma. 2020, that's our year. And this is what I wrote today. I am going to teach the first grade children about journaling. It feels like it's important to record how we're feeling day by day as we all adjust to this weird pandemic physical distancing. Some days I feel okay and I like being able to paint during the day. Other days I feel like I'm going to lose my mind. I miss all my children at school. This is frustrating because it's so swingy. That's why, minute by minute. And then look, I drew a picture right here that kind of shows how I'm feeling about this. Like at 10 o'clock, I'm thinking, yay, I'm okay, I can do this. But by 10:05, I'm like, whoa, I can't do this anymore. And then by 10:10, I'm like, oh, my stomach hurts, I don't feel so good. And then I go back around and I'm like, oh, wait, actually, I'm totally okay. I'm safe, I'm good. Yeah, so that's how I write in my journal. I want you guys to find what you can. If you have a book from school, because we sent home a lot of empty books or blank books. So if you have a book from school, you can totally use that to write in your journal. If you have just a notebook like this, that's just like a plain notebook. I think Heidi gave me this notebook at the beginning of the year. If you have a notebook like that, that's totally fine. If you don't have any of those things and you just have to write on like scrap paper or recycled paper, that's okay too. But when you start your journal today, I want you to always, always remember to start with the date, okay? You always, when you write the date, you put the day of the week. Today just happens to be Monday. Then you write the month that we're in. And right now, it's the month April. Then you write the day of the month. And then you write the year. Yeah, okay. And today, when we start our journal, I thought it would be a good idea if you just introduce yourself in your journal. Like you say, hi, my name is Rebecca Courtney. And then you tell a few things about yourself. Maybe you could even tell about the people that you live with. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do today. You're going to think, what do I want to tell people about myself? You can kind of think, if people read this in the future, they want to know all about me. So what do I want them to know? And then you would write those things down. You can use all that you have learned about writing during all of our writing, like how to make things pop out and like how to use details, because nobody wants to read, hi, my name is Rebecca, I'm 47, the end. No way. People want to hear really good details like, hi, my name is Rebecca and I am 5'4.5". I live in San Rafael, California. What else do I want to tell people? Oh yeah, I want to tell people I love to paint. And sometimes I paint a lot. I paint crazy things and I paint not crazy things. Sometimes I paint pictures of the things going around me. Yeah, what do you want to tell people about yourself? That's your job today. I want you to write at least 4 sentences, but I bet you could write a lot more because you know a lot about yourself. So, boys and girls, go figure out what you're going to write in. We're going to do this for the next couple of weeks, and then if you want to, you can keep writing in your journal forever, even as a grown-up like me. Okay, happy writing, boys and girls.